to receive their rightful financial assistance due to a massive funding cut. The state government has already slashed 500 crores from various scholarship funds, leaving thousands of SC/ST students struggling to pay their tuition fees, buy books, and continue their education. Many of these students come from economically weaker backgrounds, and for them, this scholarship is the only hope for the better future. Madam, I am concluding, madam. The delay and denial of these scholarships violate the fundamental right to the education and threaten to social mobility of marginalized communities. I urge the both and Kerala and central government to take immediate action to clear this backlog and ensure uninterrupted financial support to SC/ST students. Honorable Chairperson, social justice is not. I am concluding. Only 1 minute. Social justice is not a privilege. It is a constitutional guarantee. Denying representation of SC communities and failing to provide educational support to SC/ST students are serious violation of this principle. The left government Kerala is totally anti-Dalit government. The Pinarayi Vijayan government is totally neglecting constitutional right of SC community. Also denied ministerial birth to SC community. This is the disrespect of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is the father of Indian Constitution. Thank you, madam.
माननीय सदस्य श्री तेजस्वी सूर्या जी।
धन्यवाद स्पीकर मैम, आपने मौका दी। मोदी सरकार आने के बाद देश में बैंकिंग सेक्टर में कई सारे रिफॉर्म्स लेकर आए हैं और विशेष रूप में जो गरीब है उनको बैंकिंग सिस्टम में प्रति विश्वास बढ़ाने के लिए वो आईबीसी से लेकर बैंकिंग रिकैपिटलाइजेशन से लेकर डीआईसीजीसी के इंश्योरेंस में बढ़ोतरी लाने तक कई सारे मुद्दे हमने एड्रेस किए। मैडम, 2021 में डिपॉजिट इंश्योरेंस गारंटी स्कीम में हम अमेंडमेंट लेकर what was 50,000 rupees as a deposit insurance cover, we increased it to 5 lakh rupees. एंड उसके वजह से देश के 98% जो डिपॉजिटर्स थे उनके लिए एक बहुत बड़ा इंश्योरेंस कवर मिल गया। यूपीए के टाइम में अकॉर्डिंग टू द एक्ट द मनी वुड बी द इंश्योरेंस वुड बी डिपॉजिटेड आफ्टर द लिक्विडेशन ऑफ द बैंक एंड इट वुड टेक इयर्स टुगेदर टू फॉर द प्रोसेस टू कंप्लीट, बट वी मेड श्योर दैट द अमेंडमेंट मैंडेटेड द अमाउंट टू बी submitted within 90 days after the imposition of moratorium. उससे बहुत बड़ा चेंज देश में आया है। मैडम, उसके बाद भी देश में विशेष रूप में कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स में लाखों करोड़ों डिपॉजिटर्स है जो अत्यंत गरीब है और बुजुर्ग है, सीनियर सिटीजन्स है, जिनके डिपॉजिट्स 5 लाख रुपए से ज्यादा है। डीआईसीजीसी कलेक्ट्स प्रीमियम ऑन द इंश्योरेंस ऑन द डिपॉजिट for the full amount, but the insurance cover is only up to 5 lakh rupees. In my constituency, Speaker Madam, has thousands of depositors. After the amendment to DICGC in 2021, 78% of depositors of the bank got their monies back. But about 28%, 22% of the depositors, senior citizens, are still struggling to get their monies back. My request to the Honorable Finance Minister and to the Honorable Minister for Cooperation is to please consider another amendment to DICGC to increase the insurance cover for senior citizens for the full amount of their deposits. Second, make it applicable for all banks that are already under 35A. And madam, आप जानते हैं कई सारे NBFCs है which are also in the business of collecting deposits. ऐसे NBFCs को भी ये लागू करना बहुत जरूरी है. This will further strengthen the trust in the banking sector and the cooperative banking sector of the smallest depositor. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद स्पीकर।
माननीय सदस्य श्री डॉक्टर संजय जायसवाल जी।
सभापति महोदया, मैं आपके माध्यम से सदन का ध्यान चंपारण शुगर कंपनी लिमिटेड की जो चनपटिया चीनी मिल है उसके प्रति उठाना चाहता हूं। यह देश के नेशनल टेक्सटाइल कॉरपोरेशन जो कपड़ा मंत्रालय की एक सब्सिडी यूनिट चंपारण शुगर कंपनी लिमिटेड का हिस्सा थी और जो यूपीए सरकार के घोटालों की तरह ये पूरे चनपटिया शुगर मिल को महज 2 करोड़ रुपए में 174 एकड़ जमीन के साथ एक कबाड़ी वाले को दे दिया गया था। 2009 में उसने कोशिश किया कि वो शुगर फैक्ट्री को डिसमेंटल करे, हम लोगों ने होने नहीं दिया क्योंकि उसमें एक क्लॉज था कि उसकी जिम्मेवारी थी चनपटिया शुगर मिल को चलाने की। उसने कभी चलाने का प्रयास नहीं किया। मैं माननीय उस समय की केंद्रीय मंत्री, कपड़ा मंत्री स्मृति ईरानी जी का धन्यवाद करता हूं कि उन्होंने बुला करके और पुनः उसको चलाने के लिए एक प्रयास किया। 2021 में उसने लिखित नोटिस किया कि मैं यह चीनी मिल को दोबारा चलाऊंगा और उसके तहत उसको शुगर फैक्ट्री 2021 में पुनः हैंड ओवर किया गया। उसके बाद भी उसने कभी भी शुगर फैक्ट्री नहीं चलाया और उसका पूरा यही था कि जैसे उसने चनपटिया का चीनी मिल चकिया का चीनी मिल बेच दिया था वैसे चनपटिया का भी बेच दे, पर हम लोगों ने यह होने नहीं दिया। आज नेशनल टेक्सटाइल कॉर्पोरेशन के तहत यह बिल आता, यह चीनी मिल आता है। मैं माननीय कपड़ा मंत्री जो बिहार के ही है श्री गिरिराज सिंह जी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि यह चनपटिया चीनी मिल पूरे मेरे उस इलाके की जन आकांक्षाओं का प्रतीक है। उसको किसी ऐसे व्यक्ति या कंपनी और नहीं हो तो एचपीसीएल के भी सब्सिडी मेरे यहाँ एचपीसीएल बायोफ्यूल्स इसकी 2 चीनी मिलें हैं, उसी को देकर के चनपटिया चीनी मिल को पुनः चला के उस इलाके में इस सभी किसानों को खुशी दी जाए।
माननीय सदस्य श्री सुकांत कुमार पाणिग्रही जी।
Honorable Speaker, ma'am, I rise to draw the attention of the House to the Lankapuri Jatra celebrated annually in Daspala, Nagaland district of Orissa. This 16-day festival, commencing from Ram Navami, is a vibrant cultural event that enacts episodes from the epic Ramayana, culminating in the symbolic burning of a 35 feet effigy of Ravana, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. Initiated in 1802 by King Trilochan Bhanja and later enhanced in 1805 by King Krishnachandra Bhanja, the festival has evolved into a significant cultural tradition, attracting thousands of visitors annually. In light of historical significance and the cultural richness, I urge the Ministry of Culture to grant permanent recognition, that is to officially recognize the Lankapuri Jatra, the Ramlila festival, as a cultural heritage festival, ensuring its preservation and promotion. Also, I request you to provide financial assistance for organizing and promoting such a unique mega festival and to improve local infrastructure, including roads, sanitation, accommodation facilities to the visitors and tourists, and support the local economy. Last but not the least, I request to feature this festival in national and international tourism circuits, showcasing Odisha's rich cultural heritage. I request Honorable Minister of Culture to consider these proposals to ensure the preservation and promotion of this unique cultural tradition. Thank you, Madam.
माननीय सदस्य श्री SS जमीर जी।
Thank you, Madam, for giving me time to speak. August House, a trim route of former Prime Minister Vajpayee, and 2016, the highway number 29 was started from Timabur to Kohima. It is covering up 42.860 kilometers. And the package 1, 2, 3 were started from 2016, and which is supposed to be completed. The target of completion is to be on 31st of March 2021. But Madam, this project, and it is a first of its kind of the four-land and Nagaland, but it is delayed by last 4 years. Also, from Timapur to Kohima, Chotsuma, and Liriket by bus route of 12.6 kilometers for 2 lanes, which is also awaiting the sanction from the National Highway Original Works. Finally, the Kohima, Nagaland to Imbal Highway Road is also in a deplorable conditions. Madam, I would like to request through you, Chair, that if the Ministry of Road and Transport and Highway Communication can immediately take up this project and complete the highway, which was started in 2016 to be completed, and 2021 is delayed for the 4 years. So we want to request that that work should be completed and without taking much time. Thank you, Madam.
माननीय सदस्य श्री DM कथीर आनंद जी।
Every day, madam, every day is getting. Vanakkam, Chairperson avர்களே. Private education institutions play a pivotal role in the development of education in the country, from preschool to PhD program. The share of enrollment in private institutions indicates the scale and capacity of private education within a country. Without a homogeneous contribution from private educational institutions, India's GER would have been abysmal. Unfortunately, for the people of the private education institutions are subject to an 18% GST rate from school education to higher education. 18% GST levied on tuition fees and other educational services by private institutions, coaching centers, since the vocational training, coaching classes and private tutorials attract 18% GST, madam. This includes coaching for competitive exams such as JEE, NEET, UPSC, etc. Distance education, private online education platform and coaching institutes too are subject to 18% GST, madam. Products like uniform, bags and certain types of stationery too attract 18% GST. Printed materials like question paper, answer sheets, printed study material are also under the armpit of the GST. Catering services provided to students within the educational institutions are also 18% GST, madam. Madam, housekeeping services in the private education institution, too under GST, madam. Rental income, 18% GST. Services provided for the transport of the students, 5% GST. GST on the services by private education institutions is a draconian and could potentially affect the affordability of education, especially for the economical weaker sections of the society. The increased cost of the education due to GST can hinder access for deserving students who cannot get admission in the government education institution. GST on education services escalate the fees, in turn discourage the students from pursuing the higher education or opting for more affordable. Madam, therefore, I urge the union government to exempt all recognized private education institutions from paying 18% GST, madam. Thank you, madam.
माननीय सदस्य श्री राम शिरोमणि वर्मा जी। माननीय सदस्य डॉक्टर शर्मिला सरकार जी।
Thank you very much, madam. I would like to draw your kind attention to an important matter. As you may be aware that Raj Bihari Bose was a distinguished Indian revolutionary and a key figure in the Indian independence movement. He was the mastermind behind the Delhi conspiracy of 1912, which aimed to assassinate the Viceroy of India, Lord Hardinge. While he was in Japan, he founded the Indian Independence League to drive the British out of India. Unfortunately, many Indians remain unaware that the Indian National Army, INA, later led by Subhash Chandra Bose and named it Azad Hind Fauj,